What's up guys, it's me Haloraders back for some more Pokemon Leaf Green. In the last episode we took on my least favourite Pokemon that isn't a legendary that you have to that you can catch, and I catched it because there's only a couple of them. Snorlax! Oh my god, I will never ever want to take on Snorlax after that, because usually it's not that much of a problem for me, even when I want to use it on my team. But today's episode is mainly going to be sped up, except for the intro and a couple of points where I'll probably stop to talk about Pokemon you can find or special things that you can locate. Apart from that, it's pretty much going to be sped up, and yeah, so for those of you who don't like the speed up things, this probably isn't the episode for you, unless you could always just skip ahead to parts where I find it. I might put annotations in the video telling you when the next item location will be, for you to just skip straight to that if you're not the person who likes the speed ups. But if you like the speed ups, this is going to be the episode for you. There's probably going to be like 2 or 3 more after this one that are going to be the same, because I'm not going to do this entire route in one go, especially with the way I'm ranting on right now. Oh, and one last message to YouTube. I am going to be using a couple of copyrighted songs because I think they fit the situation. I am aware they're copyrighted. I respect that fact. I have not made the songs. I do not own the songs. I am just using them. And yes, that is a kind of breach of copyright, but there's nothing I can do about that. The songs fit the situation, I'm gonna bloody use them, okay? Alright, on we go! Well, I appear to have made a cock-up already. I forgot this was so early on to find. This, I'll explain, is another fishing guru house, except they seem to have made a jump here. You'd expect something like the good rod, right? Well, let's see what it gives us. I'm the fishing guru's younger brother. I simply love fishing. I can't bear to go without it. Tell me, do you like fishing? Yes, I do. Grand! I like your style. I think we could be friends. Take this and fish, young friend. You received a super rod from Fishing Guru. Fishing is a way of life. It is like a finest poetry. For the seas to reverse, go out and land the big one, my friend. Now I have a request. If you catch a big Magikarp with that rod, I want to see it. As much as I love to fish, I also love seeing gigantic Magikarp. Yeah, I don't think you can catch Magikarp with a super rod. You'll have to go get the good rod or the old rod for that, buddy. But the super rod, it's the best rod you can get in the game, and you can catch really good Pokemon with it, actually, some really good water types. Now, I'm going to go away and find out what water types you can catch in this area with the super rod. I'll be back in a second. Right, so the Pokemon available on this route through the super rod are 3 Pokemon we have not run into yet in the wild, and there's only 3 that you can actually catch here with the Super Rod in Leaf Green. There's the same amount in Fire Red, but they change. Okay, the first one you can catch in both is Gyarados, and there's a 15% chance of catching Gyarados here. Gyarados, I think everyone knows as one of the best, or at least most hyped water types there are. I personally don't think it's brilliant, because it does have a very big weakness to electric, as it is a water and flying, but the original design of Gyarados was for it to be a water and dragon. And at the time, water and dragon only had one weakness, dragon, and the only dragon move back then only did 40 damage. So basically Gyarados would be incredibly tough to beat, as it only had one weakness, and that weakness wasn't even really a weakness. But what do I think of Gyarados? I think it's pretty good. It does the job. It's a good water type. It's not a very good flying type. And I'd say it's a good dragon type, but it's not a dragon type. The other 2 Pokemon you can find here in Leaf Green are Krabby and Slowpoke. Krabby you will find most of the time, as it has a 84% chance of appearing, and it's usually not a very high level. Krabby is a physical attacker, which isn't good for water types, as all water type moves in this game currently are special attacks. It does learn normal moves as well, things like Guillotine and like Pinsir Claw or whatever it is, I can't remember what the moves are, and they're pretty good, but they're all normal attacks, and all normal attacks are physical in this game. So yeah, if you're going to get Krabby, give it normal attacks rather than water attacks, because it is more of a physical attacker than a special attacker. And Slowpoke is a water psychic type, very unique. It has a couple of more weaknesses, but also a couple less weaknesses. I think that no, actually it just has more weaknesses, because water doesn't get rid of any weaknesses. But It's a very good special attacker, I think, but it's not one I've used. The only one out of the 3 I've ever used is Gyarados. I don't really use Krabby and I don't really use Slowpoke, so I can't really recommend them. But hey, if they're your type, then go for them, I guess. The 2 that you can get in Fire Red instead of those 2 are Horsey, which would be instead of Krabby, which is more of a special attacker. Its evolution's pretty good, and its extra evolution that comes along in Johto, I think is even better, as that's the first Water Dragon type. And I'd recommend it if you get, if you want to evolve it for after game. I guess I could recommend Horsey, it's pretty good. And there's also Psyduck, which appears 1% of the time instead of Slowpoke, and that's the Fire Red specific one. I guess I can recommend Psyduck, but like I said, I rarely use Psyduck or Horsey as well. Gyarados is the only one I've ever really used, so I can't really recommend them, but if they're for you, then may as well give them a try. You never know, you might like them. Well, now that I've got that out of the way, I would like to actually stop talking, as I was really hoping to not do much talking for this one. But, never mind. Gotta live with what you get. Cue music! Alright, so the other Pokemon you can find in the grass on this route, I didn't mention earlier. There are 2 we already know of, that being Bellsprout and Pidgey, and also the evolution of Bellsprout, Weepinbell, but you know what I think of Weepinbell. There's one new Pokemon we can find here, that's Venonat! I think we spoke a little bit about Venonat before, and how it's an okay kind of Pokemon. I guess its evolution is better, but I've never used Venonat before, actually. I haven't used half the Pokemon in this game, because I either didn't like them, or they just weren't for me. But yeah, Venonat I can't really recommend because I've never really used it before. But if you like a bug poison type, and its evolution is okay I guess, but if you like bug poison types, then I guess I can recommend it for you. Alright, so the Pokemon on Route 13. There are 6 different Pokemon you can find on land, 3 in the water, but they're all the same in the water with the Super Rod. And the 6 on land are, well, 3 of them we already talked about. That'd be Bellsprout, Venonat, and Pidgey. And of course Weepinbell, but I forgot to mention in Fire Red, it's Gloom. Gloom it's bad. The entire Oddish family is bad. It's not what I'd personally say is good. They don't learn very good moves and they don't have very good stats. They're not good Pokemon. I would definitely recommend the Bellsprout family over the Oddish family. But the other 2 Pokemon that you can get on both games are Pidgeotto, which is the first one. It's basically just a bigger, stronger, faster version of Pidgey. So of course, yeah, it's better than Pidgey, but worse than its evolution after. And then there's one more, which is a very unusual Pokemon called Ditto. This Pokemon only learns one move, however, that move is Transformation, which turns it into the opponent's Pokemon, meaning it also learns the opponent's Pokemon's moves and gains their type. So basically, it's just a way of stealing from the other Pokemon. If you can use it strategically, then yeah, I'd recommend getting it, but it really comes into play as a useful Pokemon in Gen 2, because Ditto can breed with any Pokemon. And that's very useful, especially seeing as how some people can't get hold of certain Pokemon again, if they want to get a perfect Pokemon. Say like, I think in Generation 4 it actually allows you to breed Manaphy. I can't remember, I never actually did that in Gen 4 games, but I'll have to try that at some point, see if that's true. Anyway, back to the music! Alright guys, I think I'm going to end it here today because it just gets longer and longer. I'm so glad I was able to skip some of those guys, but some of them were being dickheads. This episode's probably going to be shorter than I'd imagined it, but longer than I'd hope. Well, all I have to say is, there's more to come in the next episode. We might get this road done in 2 episodes, if we're lucky. If we're not, then it's going to be 5 episodes, I'd imagine. But, if you enjoyed all the music, like and favourite if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to join the Radcon today or the Crow Battalion today. If you want to see more of the Radders, then of course click the subscribe button. I am only a click away. If you want to recommend a new series, which I'm really considering, I've been considering Oblivion. And because I really love that game. I love it more than Skyrim. And I really liked Skyrim actually. But yes, if you want to recommend a game, of course send me a message or whatever. I will see you all next time. Haloraders out.